This might just be the best budget smartphone of 2025. Forget about the Intensity 100. Forget about the Xiaomi Poco C71. This is a game changer. Meet the Tecno Pop 10. I will call it the silent overachiever. For only 110,000 naira, the most important feature of this device is the Freelink free call. A feature that allows users to make free calls, no airtime needed, no network or signal needed, and no internet connection needed. This is wild and I'm speechless. Just when we thought we have it all with free internet calls, we are now getting something which is better and crazier. I will tell you how this free call works on the Tecno Pop 10, but before then, let me tell you something else about this device. This is the first entry-level phone from Tecno that supports the Tecno AI. One of the main features of this Tecno AI is that it can analyze and extract key information from a document and provide you with a summary. And just like Google's Grammarly, the Tecno AI can help you rewrite text and correct spelling. This is not a new feature, but who would have thought that Tecno would go as far as providing their AI program in a 110,000 naira phone? The price of this phone places it in the same range as the Intensity 100 and the Xiaomi Poco C71. None of these phones came with features that are even close to what you will find on the Pop 10. The Pop 10 can survive accidental drop of up to 1.5 meters or 150 centimeters, and that is about the height of an average human being. Most phones in this price range are 4G LTE enabled when it comes to internet connectivity. It is more like a standard for budget phones, but the Pop 10 is equipped with a better 4.5G LTE, also known as LTE Advanced. The 4.5G LTE on this device is 3 times better than a normal 4G network. So think about what this means for a moment. Faster internet connection, highly durable, Tecno AI enabled, and free calling with the Freelink app. This phone also holds other surprises, and I want to talk about all of them in this video. So make sure that you watch this video till the end, like this video, and also subscribe to my channel as well. The Pop 10 is packed with a 10-watt charger, but it supports up to 15-watt charging, so you might need to get a separate 15-watt charger if you feel that the 10-watt charger is too slow. The package also comes with a Type-C cable, a SIM remover pin, and a nice bumper case. The design of the phone is neat, perfectly crafted, and with the bumper case on it, you get a whole new different look. One of the things Tecno did right on this device is the double speaker setup, one at the bottom and the other one at the top. This speaker supports DTS audio technologies, so you will be getting a very good audio quality from this phone. There is nothing fancy about the camera module, just a single camera sensor and an infrared blaster. By the side of the module is the flashlight. The entire back has a matte design, which makes it non-reflective, and it is also very smooth to touch. This is a very good design, and you can see that for yourself. In fact, I would have said that this is the best designed entry-level phone, but the CT100 from Itel, the Smart 10 from Infinix, and the Poco C71 from Xiaomi all comes with awesome design within the same price range as this Pop 10. So I'm going to make another video which is going to be a comparison video for all these phones, so we can get to know which one is better when it comes to design. But notwithstanding, this is an excellent design. When it comes to the display, it has the normal IPS screen of 720 pixels, and it features a punch hole notch for the selfie camera. What is also interesting with this display is the 120Hz refresh rate, and this is as far as you can get for phones of this sort. Tecno has not said anything about this display brightness yet, but from what I can see, it should be within 450 nits and 500 nits. It will be a little hard to see on-screen content under direct sunlight. An IPS display will always be an IPS display, and this one does not look different from the others. The Pop 10 does not offer any new features when it comes to the display, except that it supports the always-on display, which can be activated from the device setting. Talk about the camera, it is packed with a lot of awesome features that you might find useful. First of all, it comes with a lot of camera modes. There is the Super 9 mode, the Dual mode, the Vlog mode, and the AIGC portrait mode. The most useful feature for me is the background blur effect using the adjustment bar provided in the portrait mode. With this, you have complete control over the focus level of your pictures. You might also find the beauty mode with the smooth face feature useful. If you are a new content creator on TikTok, the Vlog mode can be very useful. It can help you make good 20-second videos with great transitions and background music. As for the AIGC mode, a lot of work still needs to be done to make the generated images resemble the actual person, but this is still a cool feature to experiment with. Pictures are sharp and clear, despite that the camera only holds a 13 megapixel sensor. This exceeds my expectations for this camera. I could never have guessed that Tecno would over-deliver in this aspect, especially considering that this is one of their cheapest devices. This camera can record up to 2K resolution at 30 frames per second. The most interesting part is that you can fine-tune your skin in the camera interface just before you hit the record button. The quality of video footage is not bad for an entry-level device. It is even safe to say that Tecno over-delivered in this regard too. The front camera also supports the AIGC mode as well as the vlog mode. The background of pictures are nicely blurred out and nicely blends with the edges of the main subject. The quality of pictures is also good. This is only an 8 megapixel camera sensor, yet it offers clear and sharp pictures. The video mode from the front camera also supports the skin enhancement feature and can also record 2K videos at 30 frames per second. Okay guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but this is the front camera of the Tecno Pop 8, and I'm doing this video just to see how clear the camera is. I think, okay, depending on my position, I'm now facing the sun, it's kind of clearer and better here. Okay, so the cameras of this Pop 10 offers a lot of amazing features for an entry-level device, but all these features are completely useless here there is no sufficient light. All the pictures I took with these cameras and also displayed in this video were taken under controlled lighting, so have it in mind that this camera does not perform well indoors or where there is no sufficient light. About the Freelink free call feature of this phone, the Pop 10 has an app called Freelink that uses the phone's Bluetooth to contact other phones that have the Freelink app. Since Bluetooth is the connection medium, the distance between both phones has to be within 10 meters. The 10 meters range for these Bluetooth calls is short, too short. But consider that Bluetooth has something called Class 1 with a wider range of up to 100 meters. Manufacturers just don't implement that in mobile phones just to save batteries, but I guess that Tecno will somehow work their way around that. And also, the information I provide here are based on what I found on the phone, the ones that I have tested yet. Tecno has not officially said anything about this Freelink calls, so when they do, I believe we'll get more information about that. Since this phone has an infrared blaster, you might wonder if it supports the remote control function. The answer is yes. In fact, the remote control app is even pre-installed on the phone. So what about the performance of the phone? The Unisoc T7250 used on this device is stable and power efficient. It is also the same processor used on the iTest CT100, the Infinix Smart 10 and the Poco C71. What you might consider as a fast performance on a device might actually mean laggy performance for another. For example, when I uploaded the review video of the iTest CT100, some persons complained that the phone is lagging, while others said that it is running smoothly. Some even said that they play eFootball, which is a high graphic game on the device, and it is so smooth. Yet others were still insisting that the phone is lagging. The bottom line is that this is a budget phone and anything should be expected. I think the problem is that some persons have too much expectations. To be realistic, the Unisoc T7250 processor is decent in performance. From what I have seen, the Tecno Pop 10 does not lag or overheat. It does get warmed up a bit with intense use, but this is normal. It has a 3GB RAM variant and a 4GB RAM variant, and the performance will also depend on the RAM and the available storage space left. It can handle light games and high graphic games like eFootball. This is another beauty of this phone. Gone are the days when entry-level phones and high graphic games have nothing in common. While this phone comes with a lot of amazing features, there are a few features that needs to be improved on, and they serve as a constant reminder that this is still an entry-level phone. The first one is from the design. There is a space between the back panel and the battery. If you press the back of the phone, you can feel the space. The second one is the display bezels. You can see that there is a large dark area under the display and to the side of it. Mid-range phones usually have displays that covers the entire front. The Pop 10 does not have that. No landscape display and no smart panel or side panel as well. I think these are some of the sacrifices that has to be made since the phone is very affordable. Click this video to watch the complete review of the iTest CT100 or click this video to watch the complete review of the Xiaomi Poco C71. Let me know what you think in the comment section and see you in my next video.